Train Calvin Pankrono Promzi Abidjan Kwanta Haibia Piokutu Koma Konchi Dia Sempa Pontase Onye Campaign for Christ as a Sochichire Amas Community Radio as we Fantasia Pasolo se Wabwaso Snappy se Wap Prabon New Life Manso Edubia Jiname Brem New Town and Manyamon Kanyami Usuta Pachi Dida Amangwase De Bros Ya and also Ewapana Facebook Live and YouTube ye Oyerepa FM and OyerepaFMonline.com.
News.
Everyna ya be 100.7 FM so enie enyumene no sia boy mamu nyina jo na ya mamu akwa ba ya da so focus don kwase se wode hour of dwumadie abre ye hye so se kase ba de bayi enam social media handles ni nyina so Facebook Oyerepa radio na so Oyerepa news wetimi atoye ho na de yetwabu bia no wode wadwen ato ase de bedi mu akutiri bi enie
awo sama yensaka e de free ahene makokoben ene se esen bia eso emo abusafo akomuna to o metonto pa no e wo kwanche ne baabi ama ba ko de wo firim
ha dwe pa na de yeti esoso afiri kumasi kejetia ene se yisijifo akotwa wo mu kanem nyansam kitua esum nkotwom
na MTTD4 abo amane se efiri afia hya besi September wa ka anya nkwanhia no nipa wuo mu kwa no ebro mpemienu
eno no osofo ya wohwe ahyamfire so onabo kwaku oforesi ama dia futuo ama nkofo se ekwa so brebre no eka muntie no mfanya dwuma woni hia pa
na do dan kwaku fo ado Ghana mampani e de atodwa se abibre ma hanom de se ye pese kamem kabi no ejina so a se wobi de mre be hye nsem atu aban aguo de ye nyintumi na nyintumi kina
na no dan radio stations bi awodo etututumu a pani pa ye oda National Media Commission no e de futu ama o mse hye da ho mfanya dwuma hwe yi a na o kire bi ya sa akotutum
February COVID-19 unity no inflation eniama bo ya nke ko soro fen no ebusafo na enkosa enam se na esikasam no ni dwade no enkoyi afedie asamani mo so
na ye de ne akire mu amafi is eno no wato emantem abrehia kofo sabe eje omanan egusuku odem na nenu aburu bi akoso no wa onim so akoni bibira brabontin be yiwa no nya sa duan be faayem
abusafo edemako amahodo so nsemo Algeria mampani dada Abdulaziz Bouteflika ninua ya jeli no finsham no aden
ni atwam eko Palestine ma emu ho so de ba bia no ya de ebeto amo ya fa srama Korea no bro kwa pon ena afi oni akanya eboy na chi edwomo kro bia sante menimia
oduafo na na sabere pina man na na penkra hene chi ame ni atena se ya so me afi ensem no ya fa nkyeremu no emra ene anopa wiem ho ba bi ani enya nkra e de free ahenema kokobe kumase na obo ase kwantempo so se ehyen bia eye tipa truck bia eso emo ya wo free kumase ko obo ase na woko na no na mana de da kwan mu e frene se potuo no na ba ko bi da ho ene wo yese nka wo yafa ho na wa doje potuo no hu ya ne se aginisem stia na aginisem e de akofa nche ba bi wo yese wo se budi asim na eto no dane no prakope ebusafo make se na se ka no fa de dayaya na ne ties na won na hwewiem se ei na akomuna to obi so na wo mo ye ade na lodu mu na mu ya sa hweguo enti wo ma ya no mo jeja ekwan ho tonto pa no de make se na da ba akoso esa bo ba ko na koto ba bi eti ba ko de amuru mu akara na woto ananom ewo ensedum na ye ni ebinum edidi nkomo kakra yentie de wo mo kan
o fantastic ba otra do bulo na no na cargo truck bi walodu mo ebe se twem afa hin makokobe na oju ho na so freely break iti o try say oyi ya fanchen unfortunately na emana tonton bread in tabe no emana ge omuhu se ka ne ba so mo try so mu dan enti ho no aka mena bi eda filling station bi wo right side if it's fantastic ba the government tries to save you not traffic no traffic akra so trying to save se on fan ko bo cars na di na nim so or trying to yafa filling station ho na amena no because wa filling break no di na ade na wo mu chamna no and the G na ka no edane so unfortunately a man tonton ade ba ko mu dwane no for now car no to ba ko ni hu se ka na to so but cargo truck no nekino after from flat so this chance here you just almost jacka nti boys ni bi aboa omuyi emo na waka ni kuna be aka ni be lighter on make me picture but unfortunately so in car bi etimi pejaa be dia mitina na to oba no so so in car bi timi pejaa nti oba no de for now almost no yin but say na chino cargo truck no say e woniti na chino nti chino dia to from flat so bi wasia if you na who who say ko speed ye ni asia bo say bi shasia no bi shasia nti pa ni e bo say chino dia for now no bi an shasia
Carla ebe kuma se na eko boase
eko efi santase ni bitrim kokobe ebi eko de nti se de eko boase na ba ketchum kokobe
abusa for said ya mate no eno no ka no ye woniti wone to no ka na chi no aye ne to no enti ni tin akasa doba ne tena wo ka no ene ne to na efa ne ma no ho no na ekoto ho no ma abusafo akwa sa no ye hwa sa ye nsa betuma aka obi wo ho na wasa atwa mfoni ndi akere ye na se de mate no saa bere de ne ya te ne se o matime yi mo na firi so a sanse esibese non du ba ko ba bia keka ko dumie no ho na awewo hwemi esiye se de o matime yi na enya obi wo ha obetwa mfoni so akere ye
aja no aya awewo sempa be ne dai kwan wa girigire yi kwan wa girigina ni ade to ya oko kanso ya be ka se wa nkwa be de didi di kadan so unu ko pe bibia baba bi di no eno ne asem no ha dwen ye wa firi Yakobon fa ne kra ensiye enmise de ye panyina no edutomu e besa akọ ne akodi ho enkomo ye nto aso enene wo manfo a wo mo edi jawo Kumasi Kejetia Ghana Dubai Kumasi Dubai enya samketu akro mo tewa wo mu ya ne se fon a nkane na edudumi adani a asisi force mo de wo ka enu nti muntu aye anya de se beso kane na mamo ya betwam disconnection babu sumi num ni a e ka sham tro de adai abusuafo ese wani nso ka kire ade na no aye den Krista ba po dazi yenim se sa asemo ya kaka wo Kejetia esiwei yenim se na mita ba ko pe e na wo ho ye di ho nkoma kwa wum ni aham beto asebra ha na ne de betwam nkane ye mo Krista ba ko aba wo fro ni asa na se esumnuwa
I dare say, Nana Pano, Pacassia, boy, Yan, TSA. I dare say, a new Kejetia, Nasa Dubai, a summa drew one of Tinin, and it's a easy in a Rebbe one of Ekania. Ocean new Kejetia, Nasa Dubai, Honoma. Sosa, a one of over 700 stores. Nensu 1 meter, when you see a bacope. Now, when you're bopping open, and answer church for penny, Metro Secretary. Hi, a friend of Rubin, Ame. Tako bisa ne se na yewra busumi numuni amunchia amuchika enu nso na nam so ama yisi jaba be chaka ne yi mu ana o ma ye nchehwe mu sei
yesi kakra ne se minu ka se isi jifa be dum Kejetia for kania Kejetia kania enti minu ka se Kejetia nyina ye dasu is obo so fa Kejetia chizo di bobo uso bobo ana o di lanti na o di fom na o di ananti Kejetia bebi e be du no but me anya nwa pi I'm so president there no pay any. The board of directors you not pay any. If you say if you mienu ye ne wa tena se and then maybe yetimi sigwa over 7,000 shops say ama omu nyina meter baako eh ewo Ghana say abra edwada na ko okuma say no ukon kan a Kaneshi market say meter o ma so bia meters and ne ko Kumasi fikesiem e dan bia gi meter ne ya tena kuruma say sigwa we say nkwan ye meter baako pe enya adwuma edu ba bi na mo say enya adwuma ye ko ya edu ba bi musu muniska dwadifo so okay ye betua mo na mo nchiche man ye betua the also odi meter no brain no why ready so yes spread ye contract keke na mpanyifo sign na enfa meters no no mpanyifo se da bi omo mpre eni na ebe du ha sei enti yes ani yes ehun so de bi asa de kan ba metua ma enti na ye ode enti tu me take decision ene sa de entua bills bi ebi enti for the past 5 months yes you are say ye ntua yes ye ntua kra ye betua asema ye ka che mpanyifo so mo sign contract na ye betua bills betua tietia o ma sign dia ene ya bedu ha sei de mo pe ya no no ye nya
na Kobia and so one of my near before one medija a new Kajetia na Dubai on such a chain como Ebisa one tenancy say yes sume drew muimu yet day omunta to more the mind say see the and penny for channel room but no so Kanya and Fama it's as a Kanya no mudi yejuma then sana Kobia mekonum and you may I so said about prop Eko share so empo kani omudumuni almost saw them a one man and you may drew one of nothing now no numa pounds menum pepe and a caniano a buyer to say on not do one pudding kind up on one echo bimon so you drew nothing a bimon so party or monema name on caniana buy what to name bimon so added that the dapper punoma any sort of caniana by there almost a normal party or monema and near the phone so I want to change como saying on the tree.
If you say, last year, I did adwuma. And say, do you know how we do about? And I didn't also say the almost be any ban. So, yeah, so say, or more and can be in Tia. Tinansan and 24 bears say, so minimum can be near with the SC as I will be a tree. And nearby I would almost track an enemy. And say, and the higher power, if you say, oh, I didn't swap a honor, and idea, and maybe almost travel. I call your call and I say, Bay no my bedroom for a near you so. If it's a only a year receipt at the Mawa, that's a can I see you. Oh, Mam, no, I know this island. Oh, the Ashi, me, I'm not media or Ansana or more about computer and so said, make you see. And the other high, it is all my idea, no more, a meter, no more, also meter, and will be a hunter. That's idea. Ah, okay, I'll be a light. Why we say lighting your dear Juma, I say. And to see a module yet to work on a passer near Juma. And to see a module, they say, I'll be honest, if you ever say, you are case can at the bay. You see a conservative so. And to see a module in the that's say I'm actually about to see it was into lighting the higher pan, yeah, BBI light, the BBI baby, a Tony Amo, yeah, Pamo, lighting a day.
Then everybody can you my bed? I do, so and you mean, you BBI, you do can you pet na BBI bassa. One for more Kajetiane, Amania, who ye, and no.
Abusafo aye Ministry for Transport omo aye Jumedia Sunkubi omo National Consultative Forum ya omo ye fa ekwan so kose Jumedia ho enti MTTD4 ene omo amkeka ho a wombo dawuro fa ekwan so kose Jumedia ho nyina ka ho bi na num na nkontabuo ababetodwa na nkontabuo no MTTD pani Dr. Superintendent Dr. Samuel Sasumensa ene ebo nkonta akiraye ni nkontabo nyina ni wose ewura afi mu January ebesi September bosumi a ewu ye no enkwanhia esisi Ghana hanom de omo no nsa kan ye no aye maako empim edubaako ahanwotwe aduonum enwotwe 11,858 enkwanhia esi ye no na womo a ewu ye nko ano aye empim mienu wo ha aduonu ensia 2,126 enna womo eprepraye no aye empim dubaako ahanu ahansia aduonum enkron 11,659 na muntie se de osibu nkonta ne bio
is very pleased to be part of this program. As you know, the key function of the MTTD is to enforce traffic rules and traffic regulations in the country. Recent developments on the offset of road traffic crashes is becoming a concern to the MTTD and the general motoring public. The figures from January to September indicate the following. The total number of crashes amounts to 11,858. The total number of vehicles is 20,225. The total number of deaths is 2,126, while the total number of injuries is 11,659. These figures depict an increase in the spate of traffic accident deaths and injuries. The causality of this increase in the spate of traffic accidents is basically attributable to non-compliance with road traffic rules and road traffic regulations.
Superintendent Dr. Sasu Mensano MTTD Penino no said the Wadi Kachemono, the announcement man can share Brebesi and I said Yemfa and Shemrano and Yejuma. The CCC ho the assessors and form the Nipeka woman for Yejuma and then can share Brebe. Nani Yachano, one day and Namof Sunkubi Ebeba, Nina say, a betimabua ama proya, a coso yakwaso, if you honor, afe indiscipline. Say nipa bi mfa maranya adwuma wono atenese echi adope no oye wo twa kwan mu adope no oye no wo mu de niam bi go kwan so na wa obeto sa mra no de aish asemato.
The NTTD intends to minimize indiscipline on the route. It also intends to minimize corruption among officers of the NTTD and minimize interference from public agencies and also delays in prosecution and road traffic crashes and casualties. It is also intended to maximize efficient use of resources, data for profiling of traffic law violators, revenues from the traffic fines for government, and finally, trust, credibility, and increased confidence in the Military Traffic and Transport Department of the Ghana Police Service.
The Motinini Aya Superintendent Dr. Samuel Sasu Mensa or no the Kojina Ama MTTD Ekuono Ewo Jumedi Nasi. Now Jumedi was no honorable Kwaku for Resama Yaswafa or here as in free show and I would to just say a back one so better Yapa Nina Chaba Bijani Pabambo Ibiani the SC Ewo Amia Quanta Kumasi Quantum Poswa Hinamako Kobin Patem Hono so no see a day and she and Mra Ayajuma Nefa Baby Ntimpre no aban akache MTTD fo no se wo mommoa o mafo na bakwa so berebre nhihye o mo be adwuma yiye no manya ntiase so ene hia se ye hwesa afanum so na yedi so honorable oforesiama de odi ka hone.
Gentlemen, the superintendent from MTTD has given the statistics. I do not intend to repeat them. But what I want to say, the worrying aspect is that if you look at the bracket of people who are involved in these accidents, they are ranging between the ages of 18 and 60. It means that we are losing our economic staff. The people who are supposed to work to contribute to the development of this country are dying through road accidents, are dying through unnecessary accidents on our roads. It has always been my mantra, let me use that word. If one person dies in road accident which can be preventable and you could not prevent it, I think it's an indictment on all of us. It is all about the number. It is the errors that we are committing and killing our people. Therefore, this year, His Excellency the President constituted an interministerial committee, assess the road safety situation and recommend measures to reduce fatalities on our roads. In line with the recommendation of the committee, both the Road Traffic Act 2004 and the Road Traffic Regulation 2012, which are the primary governance legislation for the road transport sector, are being reviewed. Government has also enhanced the mandate of the National Road Safety Authority with the passage of National Road Safety Act 2019, Act 993, to ensure compliance with road safety measures, procedures, and guidelines. In addition, the road network is being expanded under the Year of Roads program being implemented by the Ministry of Roads and Highways. Other agencies, including the police, as the superintendent just said, are coming out with technology, because if you look at modern trends today, you cannot use human intervention alone as a means of ensuring safety.
Honorable Foresiama Ediano no na nyina mu pani pa ya National Road Safety Authority wadano ewo man mu engineer me obiri abu anso kyerese ehihye ene mra eja traffic nhihye ho no nyina wo mo hwe so mo de be adwuma pa na oha so wom na ekwan mo fa so asese won be so mo boa ema enkwahia isisie wa kwantepa wo so ebrase ne po se betimi kura yetu ase ade bi a eyade hiade pa na enipa so bambo eba ne sa no a na wo madwuma na asore
necessary because sections or parts of the Act and regulations suffer serious challenges of implementation. New interventions need to be introduced due to changes in the road transport environment. Also, the enactment of the National Road Safety Authority Act 2019, Act 993, has made it imperative for a review of some sections of the existing regulations. The National Road Safety Authority is particularly delighted at this bold initiative, and I have no doubt in our minds that this forum will help engender the collective policy direction that yields greater dividends to road safety. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the expectation of the authority in particular and road safety stakeholders in general that this review will go a long way to address the gap in road safety management and enforcement of road traffic regulations in our country. In conclusion,
Engineer me obri abua enso de no wono na ye panida National Road Safety Authority o ma mu nyina dwumadi akoso na wode eye ntitiama kwaso bre atumi akona ni mu mpanimfu nyina edensem atudwa abibrem atoyan kabam ko ECOWAS wo omra se bedwafo nhia mu wo ye friend say ECOWAS Parliament na wei ne toso numa o mabaye no Ghana ha woni ba simpa ena busafo dwumade ne koso o mampani na nado danko akufo ado akwa kasa e wa se no de tudwa se ye abibrem atoya ha ene abibrem ha nyina no ya ntra ho da ema obi mfa etuo enkotu aba bi ngu de nyina ye je atum eye kamam kabi eno na wose nya ye di so enti woni no se wamfa saa kamam kabi so ayebeto aba na de yiwo na afa kwatikwa bia so de mara ne hye onsem popo wani haha wani di tuo kwaje tumi na uyo bia na wasom enti waka ne pin de yaje atuma ne se ye bakwa kwato aba na ye yoma mpani eno ene nyina yini so.
In the last 20 years, the world has come to acknowledge that elections in the ECOWAS community have been largely free, fair, and credible. Their outcomes have generally been well acclaimed and accepted. It is vital we maintain this reputation and do not allow any manipulation of the electoral system to achieve, quote, favorable outcomes, unquote. The perversion of the sanctity of the ballot box carries with it the subversion of good governance. Good governance should and must imperatively exclude political maneuvers to maintain power beyond constitutional requirements. Let us all be aware that beyond that, the marriage between the elected and the electorate becomes forced, the environment becomes toxic, and the mandate becomes precarious. It is for this reason that the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, under my chairmanship at its last extraordinary summit on 16 September 2021 in Accra, on the Guinean and Malian situation, authorized the ECOWAS Commission to take steps towards an urgent review of the ECOWAS Protocol on Democracy and Good Governance to take account of contemporary development.
Wei ayo mampani na nado dankwa akufo ado nani wachi no na ma me jemensa oman abato adwumako no dwemtere ni so kasa na odi tudwa se wo hwe Ghana abato adwumako na 2020 ebeto aba no ohawa no monam ne so uyi de na amanyofo bi do monam nyina achi na COVID-19 so beka ho firi June sa ekosi December na otimi se omofamu na so nyina mu no omoye adwuma no.
By bringing voter registration centers to the doorsteps of citizens, we ensured that every eligible person who wished to register was able to do so. The efficiency of our coverage in the voter registration exercise has been attested to by the recently released population census figures that place Ghana's population at 30.8 million. The 17,027,000 voters on our register represents 55.2% of the population of Ghana, a percentage that meets international standards for registration of voters. The efficiency of our electoral process did not end with the voters' register. On election day, we reduced the time it took a voter to vote from 10 to 12 minutes per voter to 3 to 5 minutes, thanks to the robust and efficient biometric verification devices deployed. Indeed, social media was agog with positive stories of voters on the time it took to vote, each person testifying about their positive experience. We innovated groundbreaking best practice for the achievement of orderly and swift polling processes. And so for the first time in our history, there were no long queues, no frustrated crowds, and no disgruntled voters.
Mame Jemensa eno no Ghana about to adwuma ko no tetrani na no achi no na ebusafo speaker Emma ECOWAS Parliament Dr. Sidi Mohammed Tunis edebetudwa so he na nado dan kwa Akufo-Addo a ne mo a waboa ne ahofama a wode aboa ECOWAS no anokwa te se de jeje ka ne mrebe ne se mo anyima ya oh epumu mpatakura ba be yima ye no ECOWAS be kamfo na nado pa na nchirema so wure mfine da
objective assessment of the electoral systems in the member states in order to identify challenges, put forward proposals for possible solutions to the various shortcomings observed in the organization of elections, as well as the effective management of electoral victories during the post-election era. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, you may recall that ECOWAS member states adopted fundamental laws enshrining multi-party democracy and electoral codes, laying down modalities for organizing democratic elections and giving the people the possibility of freely choosing those who lead them at different levels of governance. However, recent developments in the region questions the commitment of stakeholders to these laws and protocols. At the moment, we are also looking closely, monitoring the developments in Mali, and continue to admonish political actors to stick to the ECOWAS-approved roadmap, the restoration of democratic rule. Also, of the conviction that in addition to the investments we have made in securing a transition to democratic order in Mali, more needs to be done to ensure that the people of Mali come out of the political crisis that looms. As a community parliament, promisingly oppose the tenets of democracy. We condemn the military in the Republic of Guinea, which ultimately led to the dissolution of the National Assembly, and firmly supports the position taken by the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government at this extraordinary session held in Accra on 8 September 2021. We are joining other stakeholders to call for the immediate restoration of democratic order and parliamentary activities in that country. I would also
Dr. Sidi Mohammed Tunis on an speaker ma ECOWAS Parliament.
Professor ya obodu ayeboafo on ejam training Emma National Media Commission. Commission ba tan Jansen Chadwuma ya omudima kotren eno no na se afipim ye no ndu nkura tutu radio stations bi mu Ghana ha ni nyina da na se wo mo enkrata yo mo di adwuma no kura no ebi de awu bi so de anya papa ye kan nyina fu eno mo ya be se wo ha aduasam yensa se ya mo green light no ya so ama wo mo se nyankropɔ ya adom a obi an fitina adwuma ase na wo mo adwuma ene ya no kure enkonfo ho yo mo de pa na no na professor ya abodu aboafo America na asem se we dwam trani ma National Media Commission wo de ato manim se sebe kwahia ne yentunufo so ahunu aboa nso so de ntiane dua so mpre no eneyi a ya na se aso de ama wo mo no wo mo momodin a se adwuma ni mu hyehyeye ema bi eda ho ye wo kira bi ensa metoto wo mo radio stations mu no wo mo hwe so mo de sa de ma nyina ebigu apono so
Senti asiaba na afi license no amase omo no omo ba be ko entity bi mu no omo wi a omo de license na be mo omo timi edi aye adwuma e be de nyame ase na e be timi aka ne se NCA4 ene omo a radio station ye omo dia omo hwe se efi na kwe obia be ye na se de be ya yen sign course atibia no mu ebio se e be da sore na ese radio station bi efin se wanye ne so yenti ya general license ibiana eno kwani radio station na media na nitie eba ne sa na fike se ewia sensem no kwansha mentibio nti o se ye bombo ho ba ne bisa ensibio
eno na professor ya obodu ayeboafo eto aso se wo ma bia wo mu mra ba bia beko bia no mra ne hyehyeye ewo ho so wonu nti ye tie Ghana ha obese afeso radio station TV station so te say ewo se wutua woto no nko ade sa to no so tua no Momadi ani eto no se so wo se so to bia nso modu so hunu na wato bo ase atua ne fefefe
ye no bi pe no ye de emra na ye adwuma na emra no ye de se media commission se emra na bi so ye de hye National Communications Authority ebi ene se ye ti he court sebe o de asem bi court wa yetimi ka cho sa asem we enya high court na edie asem we be Supreme Court it is o de wasem ko na se high court je ka cho sa asem we the Supreme Court na edie ya se high court je onim na adwuma na se de emra na ede ye adwuma if say wan fa emra anya adwuma asem a o se de ko high court o de ko circuit court na circuit court je wanye na adwuma yie no so obebi ase obu nipa krofo o de call high court abi we se be nipa kro akofie na ye se ne circuit court ye nyina eye hu no enti ne o se ni obi ati afi en se obi entimi enkoye obi adwuma sebe ye wadwuma president eye ye wadwuma parliament eye ene ye wadwuma court for ne ye parliament entimi enkoje court for adwuma nye isan se efa nipa ho sama ade ne tie enti se ye de ade na man se bosme bi atua sei na wantua na NCA for se wantua nti ye gia media commission entimi kaka se chinchina ye fa wa ade ama because I say utua
I so tua na epani na wakasai papa ntina ni nsem no buburu makoma no to sa na di twa to kra ye de ma ye ni
semi ye nyina ye tano obi aye ne o se oya ene na bama ye nyina ya koye nimo enti ye kan se sa frequency na mode ye adwuma no o man ne nyina bia na so ye nyina ye misklase ye betimi age ne dia ye adwuma enti o mo ska no ye de bema romo se de ma o mo nya o ma de se ye nya ye de ma o no o mo bu ye kwase o mo fa nya adwuma na ye so nya ehon emfa so na o mo so nya o mo bibia o mo bedia eno na ye sense o mo de ade ne me ye adwuma do mo ade babo o mo bra do mo bu o ma na kwase ase emere ne so ye o sa o mo ye ma o ma no o mo nye na kere na eno anse ka bima mi krediti sa ya fa anohono eso na eye sa ade no de ene se NCA4 ebeya adisua ama wo mo
ono na motene gajom tani National Media Commission Professor Yaobuadu Ayeboafo
aban kuntabu for government statistician e de ababetu dwa se de mo sa bu nkunta da de ba na se no o ma sa bu nkunta se wo hwe se de niam bo kosoro fenfenfen na September na niam bo no wo musu se kebeba fom kakra na so sa pejai efi covid bremu bana akosoro Professor Samuel Kobina Enin na de betu dwa se niam bi te se adan ensuo enkania gas nom ena petrol no gas oil no fa ngobo no ekowa mu nchemu be se edun watwe ne echepo ensom na ohwe de enye enuane so a ene so kosoro kakra eno no o me de toto se na enam 8.7% ana akọ 9.9% kese ehuru kosoro kakra na ne nkuntabo ni na wo breaking down kakra mumientie ne.
Year-on-year inflation for the month of September 2021 stood at 10.6. This literally means that general price levels between September 2020 and September 2021 have gone up by 10.6%. So over a 1-year period, September 2020 and September 2021, average prices of goods and services have gone up by 10.6%. On a month-on-month basis, comparing August 2021 to September 2021, general price levels have gone up by 0.6%. How do these figures compare with inflation for the previous months? The 10.6 that we've recorded for the month of September 2021 is the highest that have been recorded for the post-COVID-19 period, i.e. since August 2020. This is the first time that we are recording an inflation figure as high as 10.6. The highest that we recorded were during the pre-COVID period, i.e. July, June, and May 2021, which hovered around 11.3, 11.2, and 11.4. So since August 2020, this is the highest inflation that we recorded in the 14-month period. From a disaggregation point of view, i.e. food inflation and non-food inflation, and also from a locally produced items and imported items, food inflation stood at 11.5 for the month of September 2021. This indicates a 0.6% increase in the food inflation that was recorded for the month of August 2021. August 2021 food inflation stood at 10.9%, with September 2021 food inflation 11.5%.
We are Professor Samuel Kobina Enin on ya abayin kuntabu for government statistician and wakasay.
Oyerepa 100.7 FM so anyway we aka kasia no anwumere no nsia de iguso ayede somo ye nko ensanfofuro mu ye ko abreshia amanfi east mansinim na chese atoye mantemu nene nananom achiamenum ne woni a wakabie wom nyina kwotwahia ene wo mo fa ahina punkohwe nyina ka wonom so ye maburu nuane ade anadai buruburu nuane bia digu ho ɛde na asi almost school ba ko pɛ ya wo hɔ a ya Brescia basic school no sɛbe obɛkɔ na kwabrane koto na wo gane nan na ne sɛbe predio sɛbe kudi dia fa kyɛm ya ne apempem wɔn sɛ ya wa wo hwemu a wutimi sɛ view ketua ne akɛseɛ ɛha dwen papa na sɛbe ba bia nkwada kokɔ tena kɔgye nimdeɛ na obɛkɔ na bɛkɔ akɔ ne sɛbe predio sɛ gyanan saa ne deɛ ɛba na enye enu nti ɛwɔ sɛ wɔn mo pɛ kwan de wɔn bɛfa so na no ɛna na abo agye ya wodi ntintima pa ne wɔkyerɛ sɛ wɔne unit committee chairman ɔmo nyinaa ka bɔ mu wɔn mo kɔ yɛ no ɛna mɛkyerɛ sɛ wɔn mo fa snap ɛna wɔn fa nkusua na ne wɔn fra abosoma nnua sɛ wɔn mpatemo nyinaa de buru nnua ɛna wɔn de bɛyɛ sɛ na wɔtwe mienu bi ato sɛ wo asɛ be woni mu a wakɔ ne bibia no bra ne bɛyi ho ano kama remove your mouth sɛ be me makɔ ne bi sɛ nti saa sɛ de wesi awu akɔnɔ bi wa fuhia bɛhyɛ kora sa no wawu no snap no ne kuta no ɔpɛgya kɔ wie mu na wa hwɛ suku dan kama ne nipa bɔfo bi de asu ani so sɛ wɔbɛyɛ hyɛ peten ɛde agu mu pa saa deɛ ɛha adwen nti nuabere ne na ɛkɔ so no mo Facebook no mahu Oyerepa radio anansa Oyerepa news Oyerepa radio Oyerepa news nti ɔmanfo a ɛwɔ Brescia sɛ wɔn ntena hɔ ɛma saa deɛ wei ɛnkɔ so da biara da nti nuabere deɛ ne ɔno aburu bi pa yi apayɛ nti sɛ bi a wonim odihye bi ɛwɔ Brescia hɔ na wonim anim ne sɛ bɔtaa ne miamia ne nkete a tunofo nunu onim ya onkonko ka no korɛ sɛ bi a me ka wa me ni bi nti saa enua ne abere no sɛ de besi afa ne yam wɔ no busuafo ɛsɛ woni nso ka kyerɛ korɛ pɛ sɛ bɔ ne no ankasa ɛma mutie na wohɛ sɛ de ne ma si akɔ kyerɛ sɛ ewiase nsamɔne nti ɛne yɛkyɛ din samɔne nso nti na posifo ne kɔto dan nyina ɛwɔ hɔ nsamɔne nso nti ne duru baabi ankɔfoɔ twesɛ abosei ɛde buru no yɛnkyɛ yɛde ni no bɛtum na sɛ deɛ ne ma si tie bia ne abɔ ama mo atimi ɛnya ma deɛ bra yɛnkɔ anim na ne ne bɛba yɛbɛbɔ
abusafo manfo ɛnam abɛfo kwantempɔ so ɛbɔ korɔ no saa ɛyɛ cyber crime yɛ bia na wɔn kyerɛ sɛ yɛde email aba bɛka ho ama sɛ amanfo email address yi sɛ amanfo bɔwura mu ɛyɛ nneɛma basa no wɛ 2019 ɛka yɛbɔ yɛ wɔn fa kwanbɔne so ewiewia no kwa yɛ 14.3 million ɛna 2020 so no aba 1 million ɛne kakra na Ghana Association of Bankers wɔn chief executive abɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu deɛ nti a 2019 na ɛwɔ soro paa na 2020 aba fam no ɛdeɛ nti na ɛso ateɛ owura John Ewua ɛna akyerɛ mu.
As we are moving on and on into the terrain of digitalization, there are people who are cyber miscreants who are looking for opportunities to also create problems, and that is where the framework that Bank of Ghana or the directives that Bank of Ghana issued then fit in, that to what extent are banks ready to fight this phenomenon. And I can tell you in confidence that on daily basis banks are catching these cyber miscreants. We are preventing a whole lot of attacks. We can't stop people from trying.
Wey Owura John Ewua ono chief executive Emma Ghana Association of Bankers.
Yeah, go offensive staff about to appear eja MPP Emma anoboaboafo na ohi Madam Rebecca Kusiapia ene omo eko MC abafro na so kosra no ono aboke solution apia ebra okoye no susu no eja pani no agere fefefe ne no wabon komo ho na ma Rebecca edi to dwa se MC ya waba adwuma ne de enim so oba ba bebo na emomu be hia nipa mu a nti MPP ma no omo office ni nyina ma Rebecca cheso nyina do ma ho odi beta no achi na adwuma no otumi ye no ayi ni yipa
honorable apia yene na atina ekure mu party mu from youth organizer and nyamede na aba pempensoi ti yempa eboye de enim say de woni mo no obetimi abo offense man nti yema ya de yempa ebota na chi no man abompa ya ma no apia no dwumadi papa bi obeye bi nyambe hira so amenetima ye yekodro honhom na otimi abo offense ma offense afa ntima pa efra mani di ya ne say be ka kire ne say dwumadi offense anoso nti esra no onkoyamwa na omeye adwuma no emayen na yeso beta na chia mena ye adwuma oso ye no because enuma doso ya kwanya sai ekranketo bi di nsuo sese enuma de doso enti obaboy na watimi aboa no ye adwuma na maye na office force so ye nima benyam
Ame Rebecca Kusiapia, no. Na MC, Honorable Kingsley, who's up here, and Yajepa. There's a pia. Apia Nini Apia. Chaza was say, my menwaba, by Suswa, one the mano, Ababekan and Sa, I want to catch his ano, and Yajepa, na, a Quabia, so, a Gumano dear, one woman in Abekabum, aye.
Neomo Kanyano, ye befa, and I became a many doctor, Yentimi, and Yadia. I just say, a MP of South and demanded there will be intimate. I'm so say you bit my yana, ye support. If you say open so ye money, I just would see a bino now so. And he miss some Martano, and the idea kind of Mano ye bonia, or Mamestre, to Mukotu Mano for Canense, say neighbor, Bako Bokron, now best say Nicotuma, you know me and your mam ran on the Jasaka Chom say, and took out a tour. No, and only they teach the my. Nti was say if you say be bredija omutiato omufia omutimuno omutua ntukoto omudaya ombuso musie boarding permit omutua na no na yeba boaboa ne nyina no na yede achechire oman no omuso atiase say party no udi party acha na nye sika obotom nko na emom sa abaye no de school free abane ma no kra na omukomu adwu wom dum so na ajai no what they say nurses and teachers allowances na you enjoy and man no mutim koma ha and this anima we na abai no ye dia mai na abai no mfesika and she say botom and ye pebosia na ye ba fine ye na mom no omhwe say sa anima we nyina abai no tu ho na mom and timi so me support me de be ma wo mu
Peninkes lo so apia ono na MC aba feso saf enen empatemu nti wei eyan komodia ebra women's organizer ekoho na omututwe bi na mwati
yeko achim mampon ye no wo poemantemu na afi achim hankresu eno so wo etiwa is ni me nyina ho na wo na wa pawo chip compound bi huntoma eho ka no 26 billion na deputy minister ya wono asaye MP ewo etiwa is honorable Osei Asare enene odi edomanim na omo epa hontoma na yentie nsema odi todwa
late last year yeah they prempon so for so chips compound emom and then yeah na we see yeah men see keke ye see we ye bibia wo me say so mutimi de share adwuma see ni mani ya ye sign e de kan ho e ma prempon so and so the abaya baba ya mai ye da na se papa yes ye ni mu say say ye bia no na ye share adwuma se prekope na bia abaya ya de pepepe we ya mawa ye nka say ye ti ha on fan ko ni emu akade mba ye nti ye nye adwuma no me ame ba no so me di me akade ba ye beboa ano ye kwa wo so e pese ye ba ne ye be wo ha kama kade ye be ne ye de be hwe abofra no so ye wo ni sa ne ma ni nyina ne ye kitabi wa ha ye de aba table ne chairs ne so e be ba ba carpenter apam nti ye be ba ne ye de be ka ho wa ha no sei na yetumi e de aye adwuma
Honorable Osei Asare or Deputy Minister of Finance Osai MP Etiwa East ono akasai na ukwa poemantemu Penny kwanche for ya ohe abai ensem nyina so chisa abai osofo ohe mantem no so its regional minister health ha ono ya apomode de Honorable Alhaji Mahama e kan for contractor no said the tentem no wabo adwuma na watima wiade no na hwe so a o efepa
212 bedroom for staff facility. The construction of this facility was completed on time and according to schedule. Secondly, and more importantly, it was supervised by our competent in-house technical team of the Infrastructure Directorate at the Ministry of Health. I take this opportunity to congratulate the contractor, Mrs. Jansu Multipurpose Company Limited, and the Ministry of Health in-house technical team for early completion of the project. They are in Cranshaw Chips Compound as a beneficiary facility. Out of the 16 beneficiary towns has the following facilities and services. Outpatient department with the requisite consulting rooms, 10-seater capacity waiting area for antenatal and postnatal services, 1 antenatal consulting room, 1 consulting room, treatment room, mini laboratory, 4-bed ward, delivery unit with a 2-bed line and borehole with water pump. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now clear that the government is committed to achieving the SDGs and UAC cannot be overemphasized. Bringing primary healthcare service to the doorstep of communities and individuals remain high on the agenda of the government, and these acquirements will be delivered without fail. Putting up of these infrastructure projects are not being done for the sake of it, but they are part of a broad strategy of improving geographical access to healthcare, thereby impacting on the reduction of the burden of maternal and child health.
Ani Alhaji Mama Nono, Nenuachina Premantemo, Director of Health Ankasa, Dr. Winfred Ofusu, Kasa no Kacha, you may phone a Jumanese or Seramo, Mobano, Montumwas, and Namuni Pahobre, Titrupane, a pin for a bano, Mamunyo Kaipia, no pin for Obacron and Yahada, Oba Emre, or about Tinte so pure, or Banos have any Kai Kawa, and your fine, sir, Munyabo Trepan Famom.
Today we have been at Achimapon and Akasu to commission chips compounds. They are standard chip compounds that have the clinic and also delivery place as well as accommodation for staff. CHIPS is one of the Ministry of Health strategy to achieving universal health coverage. And it is a strategy where we have community health officers whose main job is to visit homes and advise the people on their health, the things they need to do to stay healthy and the things they need to avoid. And also to make sure that pregnant women are taken good care of, the children are also taken good care of, so that the entire family is in good health, the aged as well as the adolescents, everyone is part of this. And what we are expecting from these communities is that they will cooperate with the staff who come. We have also advised the staff to provide high quality services and then also to respect the community, their traditions, their culture and everything, so that both the health staff and then the community can work harmoniously.
Any amutsi ye Dr. Winfred Ofosu or a Puyaman Timo Penny Quantia for help him the home Samso.
I will pay Miato in me, Mamado hair collection, Mamado near, she said, Yadia ba a check kure, Monsieur me, a me pa, a superstar, Wope Royal Nature, any who wool, swat as ye, Wopo Bessima, Kama pa, modern way, Nina Mamado Kuanaton, a me papa, Mamudi Gumu Trimin, and I'm too na eni tese gira yenza seleche no ni papa Mamadu ona diaba upenu ato oba usi abotu obi ehunso na abayi a eni na ope Brazilian Peruvian Vietnamese ni nyina bi ho so ate ase Mamadu no enwi papa fi tie marmo nhyɛ no nso usi kumasi kageti ape Dubai store number G 1404 store number G 1404 Ebe Mansu station one wa Mikrom station one Mamadu 03224 99075 03224 99075 0244 896 177 0244 896 177 Mamadu nie enwi papa fi eni ho prakasa na cha ginger drink ya no den dia hoden kotom e prakasa de yebobo prakasa no bubbo bia kama kakaduro no wom pa sesei ye the ingredients bi aka ho mesi dwonya de ye de beba che kuri unno mprekese da bomodin be gibi koto na sesei kwa papa akina oba Oyerepa da mu ha misobi oba kra frɛ no 0548 953 324 0548 953 324 na ye sha no so ye kwadi award no enyazam getwa we National Communication Awards 2021 kase pa checherechew is Oyerepa Fejira Brane radio show of the year Oyerepa Futu antina wa farada radio show host of the year we film category antina na ekro radio station of the year Oyerepa yafa nyame ya adomu a no nya bosome ne da etosu ba ko 11th September na December na e ba so labadi beach hotel nkran sesi pepepe ne ya hye so odi e votu bi ma ye wate short code no star 920 star 2020 na the hash asoso no abogon na dem star 920 star 2020 hash ɛno no 80 pesos pɛ na kyerɛ sɛ yɛkɔ anim saa
sɛ wonya kel charcoal toothpaste a wotwitwiri wo sɛ ma yɛ fɛ kɛkɛ ɛnhwam na ma ɔnom yɛ hwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehwehw se ase no tokro bi deda honom saa cavity ni nyina be konom ebetwetwa kaka wo so a usukel charcoal toothpaste kane iya bidie ya na akurase ye tie to na ye de body tray ni ye body tray na ye de bidie a che so na ye de twosin eno ne ye no abefo kwantempo so modern kel charcoal toothpaste no na wonimo Samara company for na dia bo ye papa for 024686 4798 Bosheba Electricals yeni hey anyagro open digital video recorders yes yeni 12 voltage adapter ye wahanom socket nom afi air condition fine nom ya USB womo standing fine ceiling fine light ahodo boba ahodo anyagro utwa kwatwa na utwa na akoma ho wo yes nyina bi kese nka ne ho ne ma de no ne Bosheba Electricals ye won kwa bata mi esadum Bosheba building here presence roundabout Paul Segolens ye ne Sambra Hotel edi ani mhwem pizza de so antiato akofo dan na mu obehu yen ana abetima fe wo 0541 125 33 054 03 antiato akofo dan na mega antiato ko na wo yes Karaboni. 0541 125 339. Now, a classic ointment in him. A crone how apropos. Anase a yin how oh ye been pompoboa a classic ointment. And the mawo de puano Fabiqua. Oh, yeah, Juma se kakaja classic ointment. Oberfra for 0544 79 1600 0544 79 1600. Nanyana. Ewa Felicia Baku and Science, Ewa Dum, Colonac hair bar, Mr. Hair bar, Freddy Men's hair bar, promise hair bar. Benyabiato.
Ya kwenim Kasia Bonwa, you go to the Mamma, no Nadia, Tam no crown swanda. Young Quachika Clare, the name called Abresia. Unsaman is Yadia2 and Mrs. said, You are Bobia Cosson, for Sabe, Eje Jomana, Egusuku, Adahudum, Swanu, Baconabo Jose Pofo. Now, I just wanted to say, Jana and Sana on your baby, Transhadia Party. None said, Yes, ya Bruniano. Yan share said your name is Goye.
Yes, and go for me to Janabia Mukoto. Ogo boy, yes, Omukola by the package to another Dama Baran and Debbie with your grandson. Yeah, I have a boy that's no. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there is any sir. Yeah, I am on some more guy. Yeah, oh, I'm on so. Yeah, and I never know. Yeah, a general sound. Yeah, yeah, but yes, sir, if I buy, I know what was happening. Yeah, why not that? Yeah. I remember. Yeah. There's some now. Yeah. I'm on the so. Yeah. Achina. Tabachina, but you know, I hope you. Yeah. Yeah, much in my. Yeah. I'm on your senior buyer. Why not? I'll never be a you. Yeah. Madame. Yeah. And Madame. Yeah. The Papa, I don't know. Yeah. That's yeah, it's so. And you never. Your buyers, I don't know. I'm a Kenyan, I'm a Kenyan. So I'm not. I just want to. Yeah. Yeah. I was so far over some of the same now. Where about going to do 100. Much in you to have for your mind. And the Madame, that's so strong. Much in my man who has said, I'm about your money and your diamonds. I take on our king out. I take on who can do you. My papa from the future. The nice thing. And I don't go. And I don't go. I don't go. And I don't go.
Na we ya pa ya na obodu yi ne wote zama no kan
tede waka
asa no kakra wo
anya no kra ye obi wo hono ma ne kasa no o kasa ntenten nti wono wo kasa sa na wan to bo ase a yente de bo so ka ba na ne buafu on so mbuafu no mo bodu ya no ndi asa wo fa so no ne bia ɛhɔ so akɔ ahɔ so bia hɔ nom no nsuo na ɛhɔ no homo kasa wɔka ntɛntɛm no wɔte nti ne bia wɔka ntɛntɛm
bia yo
ɛna amabo so fo no ho sɛ n'ani abre
nti we ya abrehia nti ahwɛfoɔ ne awofo amu abrehia ne ade no wo nsa se mi sɛ bisa mo ma no wo mu pia bɔnten obi wa metum so yakora bɔne potifi oyakora bɔne opia wo ma da onyansamɔne obedi a mu sɛ bisa wo mo ne ama na wotumi enu pɛ onim so akɔne asisɛbe sukuu dan mu a onko kan championifoɔ ne abondua ɛsa asɛmbe ba de bi kɔ kufuru pɔ de asɛmbe ba yanko ebra
yo abusafo yanko amahodo so nsɛm Algeria mampani dada wonye ne ba bi kɔ Abdulaziz Bouteflika umbeka ya papai 2019 ɛna ɔmanfo yɛ dedegu no so a ɛna ɔmde tu no na ɔmutu no ankyɛ September hɔ ɛna kyɛ sɛ wɔde efiri mu onyamfinhyia aduɔtwe ɛnan 84 years na de ama ya ɛba ya ne manfo yɛ dedeti ano yɛ sɛ wɔn mpere sɛ ɔmde tu no sɛ Africa ɛne binum a wɔn yɛ dufuro pɛ manpanifoɔ no wɔtwa ne mfie awie kinkyina wɔpɛ sɛ wɔsɛ ɛtena so ɛtwa ɛkɔ ne mprenum ka ho ɛbrɛ so nyɛ sa na constitution kyerɛ no ne kofa enseba ya mbufu no na omo pam no na wo pam no ebra court ba mu na edi akoniaba no na ni nua ba ako ye be chi papa ya na wa sei wa hantan na taba mu sei won premier nchi ni nua no wo yesi ano wono na je se wa ye twampiata gangare ya tini nua ne wu ye no so wo nua na wu se wokɔ aka wona ara so tia asase so na o ma kɔ che no na mra dia asotwa dia sobo dia bono no se obstructing the cause of justice just say ye pese de atentere ne toto ekwan mu no na wa hompo wataba mu aye osi akwan pese ye de atentere ne betoto ho no ye na akwa ba enne jeje de ne yabo so pan finhia mi no de ama ne so onkodem na akwa no ye se ne brat ye se ne ni de pa ana ye se eno ne agya te ase awo so ye ode hye owu ana be hu no ese ni nua na ode ne woto no so no Bouteflika na wuko ana ya che na ono so no ya ma ne finhia mi no
aso a shepa na Palestinian memu na wo mo akeka wo ho no o mo teso ma de hye dodo no a ewo Israel ye do ma gu afiase o mo dodo be se empem na hansia 4600 yo me Palestinian fo o ma kodi sensem o Israel fo afiase emu ma ne mema de abusuafo se wani so ka kire kura kwada bi kura so so frafra na eno Palestinian Islamic Jihad Movement wo mo de aba betu dwa se be ya eja wo mo de hye betimi anyo ntadidim dodo no abefiri Israel fo afiase ni ntino omo ka kire nkofo omo wo na afiase omo kire reduafo no se wo mo mfiti ase enkire kom anga strike wo bia ni di ene wo kire kom anu ayase yi hankra na ebodo nko a e bia ne hu mobo ne ayiwu eno no yade bia omo de ato nkofo trim sesi ankra ya efiri Palestinian akache eba eno no
Absa focus ebo no ha ne bre be ma kwan na yede mo asie oduefo na na sabere pina man na na penkra hene chiamen minimia
Krobia Asante Korea ni samufo ni honorable Richmond Boga Kwame Frempong emphasize ni bi ema aisibu amasa so na abode na Prisla omunyina boy na chi edomo edamu nyina se enka bokuma bi emphasize so ni mpija yimu
yenua bi pedan aha single bedroom ya kitchen eka ho opebi o sepe dote ehwa no ndo so ope ehwa ne nani wo ni ma de kurenti a kuma se kakraka ho nkwa no chinchira opedan nti mo amo sepe dote mo sempa o yenua bi pese obeka mo ho mo wodan ne bia mo mfreye na obrasha senti single room kra no wo se hwe 0248 64 74 53 0248 64 74 53 ofra ibaje oso
ayen ka boka kra ho no na yede so mosue woni oti ayipa so ebi ene agonabusu apani opani Anthony Akwasiana ne a retired teacher agona no wo na napoku jeche ono nso do nyina akwamu hene eno no oba apani akosua kwayi ono no dodo no afere no 50 years lobito kumasia ya wura ye mere owusu mafo managing director of From Enterprise Tamale Mame Adwa Santua eton nam Central Market Kumasia Efia Hima Bwache ono so dodo no afre no na Efia Wood Village Kumasi eno no so di ni dwuma eno anumbi eno wapani Felix Ampedu asumani Toshiba ne efre no MD na Tosh Enterprise PZ Kumasia Ura Jonas Akwasi Abankwa dodo na ase Uncle Chicago aruchime mu michire US sanso so no Penny Bernard Odro oni MD Ben O Enterprise Kumasi Lydia Sewa asumeni no dodo no ase ewurefua ono so ewo Chicago America me mo nkoda ni akua santoa abankwa enkran afia kirewa abankwa enso ewo enkran Kevin abankwa ampedu ono so enkran eja no Penny ya oben ko doben eno wo enane madam akua kirewa do na afra akua donyina otonton tade ewo asafo market ukunani ene madam Ivy Ofuri Debra owo enkran ene emanana no bese nso akachiri wonyina na ato abese no dia wo ne dia akachiri na so manfo yi se omudi se omade ba akopɛ opani water asumeni abankwa ne tafre no kwame pipen wonya emfie adunum enkron 59 dan be nkom so nhye no enkropo ya adom ehime bosum ye womini de toso dun si akyese me de be dunyina adehye fie ene de be yampem no nan no pa no na manfo awene de akyiri bigina so afusu de ama no ewo St John's Catholic asafum dunyina ho obeya mameda ni amani akopɛ ne kura be dunyina adehyimusiye betranse ewo dunyina RC Junior High School Park ne so a prantubra kopinu sia wodi aye na yi ade kye kwasiada de toso dunso etrese St John's Catholic asafum dunyina ho no ne ebekɔ na ase sum no nkro bepim be se prantubra ne akwaba ne de akanyina soso abtutu mpata ewo dunyina RC Junior High School Park ne so afa ko etre yi no eno ye prantubra ekro ndi atuensa se momra kyese COVID-19 hye nyina no omde be yadwuma
Oba Penny Elizabeth ade wusu afia pokuya yenka aboni wona tie yipa so nana amankwa utu amponse motosuminu afi abuo so hema nana adwoa bayi Osofipani Joshua wusu ajeman Peace and Love Church ebokrom Kumase ora kawasi kusi ewon crime emanie ora Vivian Ade New York USA no Mrs Janet Emenu edidwa wokumase Ura Jones Adema for Regional Maritime University Accra Osofoma me kwadu businesswoman Central Market Kumase Ura Frank every year ma for edidwa enso wokumase Stella ma for Toronto Canada ni abusuanse amfantum no so ba Tampa Elizabeth Adewusu ni etafran afia pokuya fremu nyamfinsi aduotwe miensa eyiye no anie ebusuafo se nyame yadoma memede be busumu de toso dunsi o de munuto mpem ewo Gospel Center Assemblies of God Church o tafo matre hwa eni mutete ebusuase hwa no be ya ufo som nyina de amana no akwa akopena kurabe ewo kokofo aboso de che amusiye na fe wo maba tafo pankrono emi school park no so tapas hwa performance o ni abaye no kwesiara bakwa na asesom no ewo Gospel Center Assemblies of God asori mu ewo tafo we na wasan to aso biem eno afia pokuya dafam obusuasem re omejamo mo
Otibo woso tufo se tutu abebio na nati ayi paje se na na kono di yadom santehima ne oyoko abusua nyina se emfa kasafidi so mfa so manfo se berma kwa me kusi ankra abusua pani onyamfie aduowotwe ene bema yaw puku ono so odehye onyamfie aduosia nkron nipa mienu akrako ense do na enje no de wombetrompem adwoda bosumi womi ni de toso dumotwe ewo asantehima hemfie eno no eye nunum anopa no abepem nwere no nsia na afi ode amamere ne amani na akwahye so ebujawe ekirese chef kasim no Asia Palace eno no ye donko ekopem no nsia abusua ekirese obehwe no ye mass eni ye barrier mass edi amawo nom ewo Royal Parish St Anne's Anglican Church chesa safono ewo Newtown hoya Ashtown eno no eye no nsia enumre no tienhye no nso sana abusua ekirese wode ayu nyina ba hyehyɛ so obujawe menhye fikasi mu donko ekokopem enumre no nsia nyina no efa ayuyo eno nti etuensa se momra na ayuyo no ebeye bosumi womi ne da etoso aduonu baako pepepepepepepe duonu baako 21st October ti sede hyehyɛ no ekire no protocols no mche COVID-19 na nanom kirese wode beye adwuma
Mame Faustina Pinamai eyenka abo eni abusu pani na na santime no retired headmaster opani kwabana safo ewo adesena ura safo Tevia Christopher chairman adesena no wo Paul Amwakon etafra no wo fake o driver ewo akwaboso nuanom bi enim na na brobe ame otosumi no apromase hene na na se agema wo Germany Mami Philomena Osaya Jamai Ewo Kumase Ura Ere Joyce also free UK Ura Ere Francisca Amwatin Bedi Akom Siska Enterprise Kumase and Osawa Canada Kaho Mrs. Cynthia Ahi Ewo Kumase Mrs. Mabel Adakwa Frempo USA Mr. E Osei Kofi Nkoko Ura Sylvia Dede Alfred also Kumase Mr. Lennox Alfred Jr. Kumase Mame Doris Osuentwi Kumase ne abusuase amfanto manim se mame Faustina Pinamai wa free mu na de tafra no anti nyameche fiche aduoso nan no nya ye memende be na wotwe bosu mu de atoso aduo no miensa abusuase oye mu na de da no ewo antoa adesena asuna abusua fie no aye ofosom e de amano ewo hwa no wi a wakakopɛ no kurabre wa adesena hwa no baba tuna se anum sikesa ye bosu mu de atoso aduo no miensa asem na mekan kwese da bekɔ na aseso asonse presby mu no wi a wasa akoto eye ne so bi anti nyameche da fom abusu asemra na mwabowa mo yenua ye sofo ye doctor ye bibia Dr. PK Wusu a wowo Abrepo Highways odate fie ho na no odate fie dadanum no ose ya mfa ntum nyina manim se ne nana ene ne wofa omi ni nyina afrimu ya memende be ye no e woduma na afọ kwa abre duma na afọ duma mponten a duma na afọ na ehye ho no na ne nana no eye opani MP kese ne ta afre no eja kese onye mfihie aduokrum ye no ena ne ofa no so ne Mr. Opon Mensuo kese ne ta afre Brian omi na afrimu no enti akwese obi ne ba enti Dr. PK Wusu ne nana ena ne wofa ti ne nana no ne ba ene Brian no omi ne nyina afrimu ya kan ye na boma ye na memenda nti Dr. PK Wusu say memenda yenko boa no e oduma na afo be ma mponten kwa abre is ye no ye je mama mpani atenase Oyerepa FM. Ya daso ten.